Alright, what's up guys? So in today's video, we're going to be learning how to make a machine learning bot via RLGem in Rocket League. So a couple disclaimers. This tutorial is only on Windows and you should have Python installed. If you don't have Python installed, go install it right now. And also, making a bot is not that easy. So you need some coding experience. You don't need any coding experience in machine learning, but you need a little. Otherwise, you're going to get really stuck. Alright, let's get into the video. Alright, so the first thing you do is search up borrowgym.org and then click into this. This is just the introduction thingy, and you pip install RLGem all. But first go into your Windows File Explorer and make a folder. I'm going to title example bot. It doesn't really matter what you title it. And then you go to terminal and you want to navigate to that folder because we're going to be installing some other stuff in terminal. Alright, so this is just, I'm on Windows by the way, and then navigate to example bot. Right, and then you're going to pip install RLGem all. Now I've already installed this, so it should look like something different for you because I've already installed it as it said. Alright, and now you're going to go to the RLGem website again, and then pip install git plus the RLGem PPL, which is the learning framework. And then you want to install it, and again, it's gonna, I already installed it, so it's gonna show up as something different for you. Now you want to get PyTorch, so click on that link in the RLGem thingy, and then click on stable Windows pip Python. If NVIDIA GPU, you can use a CUDA if you've installed CUDA already. If you just have CPU like me, just click on CPU, and you should be all set. And you should click on that, copy that, and paste that into terminal. So I have CPU, and I've already installed it, so it looks something like this. This is the RLGem PPL. This is the learning framework. I'll give you the link so you can look into this code later, but we don't really have enough time for this video. And here's Rocket Sim GitHub. This is the part that actually simulates the game. I already provided the link in the description. You can look at that later. Now, these are something called reward functions. So if you want your bot to do more of something, like going towards the ball, you make a reward for that. There's also imports at the top that import all the game state stuff. They're in RLGem, but you can look at those links later. For this project, it's best to have something like a code editor. I use Notepad++. You can use Visual Studio Code. And I use this, as you can see. I'll make a new text file, and then you want to copy all of this, and then copy it in there, and then go to File, and then Save As, and then you want to navigate to that folder and save it. I'm just going to save it as examplebot.py. Alright, and saving it all types is fine, it's perfectly fine. And then now it should be like colored if you're using Notepad++. This is your training script. This is game time on seconds. I'll explain in another video. We don't have any time for this video. Here are my reward functions, but we really need a touch reward, so we're just gonna copy all this and then paste this. And that's the touch reward. These are your reward weights, so how much they affect the bot. And then touch reward, we're just gonna put 50. Goal reward, just gonna put 500. Velocity bot, goal reward 10. Speed towards ball 5. And in air reward, let's do 0.15. That seems about good. Alright. Now for your ops, which is how the player perceives the game, don't put it as none, just put it as 3. Zero padding means how much players are allowed on a team. Now you also want to go down to the learn settings and change the device equal CUDA if you have NVIDIA GPU, and if you only have CPU, just set it to CPU. Now we need to change your critic and policy layer sizes. Use a smaller one even if you have GPU, and CUDA, I use CPU, so I'm gonna make it even smaller. Now you might think that the checkpoints auto-save and they auto-load from your other checkpoints, but they don't. So we gotta copy all of this in. I'll provide a sample script at the end of the video. Alright, and you want to disable Unix timestamp. Remember to disable that. And then go to Anaconda coding because we could use terminal, but I just prefer Anaconda coding. It's much simpler. Same thing, I'm gonna navigate to documents, and then you want to set your project name also to example bot. Alright, it doesn't matter what you title it. And we also want to import oaths because we're using that to find our checkpoints. Now we want to import our rewards that we're using because you need to import them or have them in your script because then they won't even load and it will show up as multiple errors. Then you want to run python example bot.py, alright, because that's the name of our training script. And then you should save it again to make sure it's saved. And you want to click enter. And then this is going to be starting up all the processes that train in Rocket Sim. Should look something like this. Don't worry about the warnings. And there's 2 million parameters, which is a lot. So I don't recommend having this many, especially if you're on CPU, just like me. And then, as you can see, we've trained about 100,000 steps, which is very, very little for bot training. You can also press Q to checkpoint it. That's like I'm doing it right now. And then that will checkpoint it. And since we already have an auto checkpointer, we can just go to example bot. And then it should have a new folder called data. And then checkpoints. And the example bot, which is a bot name. And then that's your checkpoint folder. And people policy is your bot's brain. So congratulations, you just learned how to train a bot. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Make sure to subscribe and check the links in the description. Have a good day.